Haunting of Blackwood Manor. It's a tale of a cursed mansion, a malevolent spirit, and a family trapped in a nightmare. In the depths of the ancient Blackwood forest, shrouded by a perpetual mist, loomed Blackwood Manor. The mansion was a grotesque behemoth, its ebony fog marred by centuries of decay and abandonment. A sinister legend clung to its walls, whispered by villagers in hushed tones and recounted by crypt keepers around dimly lit fires. The tale began with the enigmatic Lord Oswald Blackwood, a man whose obsession with the occult was renowned far and wide. In his quest for forbidden knowledge, he delved into dark rituals and invoked sinister forces that few dared to contemplate. The mansion, he believed, held the key to ultimate power. One fateful night, Lord Blackwood conducted a ritual so unholy that it tore open the boundary between the living and the dead. His insatiable ambition led to the release of a malevolent entity, a spirit known as the Shadow Banshee. With her raven-black hair and eyes like endless voids, she brought a terrible curse upon Blackwood Manor. The curse twisted the mansion into a nightmarish labyrinth, where time itself played cruel tricks on those who dared to enter. Rooms shifted, walls whispered with eerie voices, and the endless corridors became a labyrinthine nightmare. Lord Blackwood and his family, consumed by the malevolence of the Banshee, vanished into the dark recesses of the manor, their souls forever imprisoned. Over the centuries, the mansion's name became synonymous with dread, and tales of its haunting spread far and wide. Superstitious villagers steered clear of the forest, warning their children that the Banshee's wail could still be heard on moonless nights. But as legends tend to do, the story of Blackwood Manor began to fade into obscurity, dismissed as mere superstition. And so it was in the year 1987 that a family of four, the Andersons, moved into the nearby village, unaware of the horrors that awaited them. John Anderson, a historian with a penchant for uncovering forgotten mysteries, had been drawn to Blackwood Manor by its dark reputation. He believed that the stories were mere folklore and that the mansion held historical secrets waiting to be discovered. His wife, Sarah, a skeptical journalist, reluctantly agreed to the move, while their two children, Emily and Daniel, were excited about their new home. On their first night at the manor, the family gathered around a flickering fire in the grand, cobweb-strewn parlor. John regaled them with tales of the manor's history, painting a picture of a cursed mansion filled with secrets waiting to be unraveled. As the night deepened, and the wind howled through the twisted trees and eerie silence fell over Blackwood Manor, it was then that they heard the mournful wail of the Shadow Banshee. The chilling sound sent shivers down their spines, and the family huddled together, their faces pale with fear. John, ever the skeptic, tried to rationalize the phenomenon, attributing it to the wind or the old house settling. But the Banshee's wail was just the beginning. Over the days and nights that followed, the manor revealed its true malevolence. Doors slammed shut on their own, footsteps echoed in empty hallways, and phantom voices whispered secrets long buried. The family's sleep was plagued by nightmares, each one a macabre vision of the manor's dark history. They saw Lord Blackwood conducting his sinister rituals, the Banshee's malevolent form haunting their every step, and the tormented souls of those who had come before them. As Emily and Daniel's laughter turned to terrified screams, Sarah's skepticism crumbled, and John's obsession with the mansion's secrets threatened to consume him. The manor's curse tightened its grip on the Andersons, driving wedges between them, and distorting their perception of time and reality. One day, as John delved deeper into the mansion's history, he stumbled upon a hidden chamber that held the key to their salvation, a dusty tome containing incantations to banish the Banshee and break the curse. But as he began the ritual, The malevolent spirit descended upon him, its shadowy tendrils choking the life from him. With her husband's life hanging in the balance, Sarah, Emily, and Daniel had no choice but to confront the banshee. Armed with the knowledge from the ancient tome, they embarked on a treacherous journey through the ever-shifting corridors of the mansion. As they reached the heart of Blackwood Manor, the banshee confronted them in a whirlwind of darkness. She let out a bone-chilling wail, attempting to drive them to madness, but they clung to their resolve. With the incantation in hand, they chanted the words that had been buried for centuries. The very walls of the mansion quaked as the banshee's grip on the manor weakened. Shadows writhed and dissipated, and the malevolent spirit let out one final scream of anguish before vanishing into the abyss. As the last echoes of the banshee's wail faded, Blackwood Manor began to crumble, its cursed existence unraveling. The family barely managed to escape as the mansion collapsed into a pile of rubble, its dark history buried forever. The Andersons returned to the village forever changed by their harrowing ordeal. They knew that they had not just survived a nightmare, they had put to rest the malevolent curse of Blackwood Manor. The legend of the cursed mansion faded once more, but the banshee's wail would forever haunt the dreams of those who ventured too close to the haunted forest, a reminder that some legends are born from terrible truths. And so, the Crypt Keeper concluded his tale, the flickering candles casting eerie shadows on his face. The listeners, chilled to the bone, left the crypt with a newfound appreciation for the enduring power of dark legends and the horrors that may still lurk within forgotten places.